Hey everyone, this week we'll be making some chicken garlic noodles. It's a fusion of Italian and Asian cooking elements, and I'm not sure how legit this fusion dish is, but when I serve it to my friends, they all enjoyed it, so I hope you do too. I also apologize as we were all starving, so I didn't get to take a decent picture besides the finished product. To start off, we're going to take 3 scallion stalks and separate the white parts from the green. Chop up the white parts of the scallions, and we'll be using these to enhance the flavor of our cooking oil later. Cut up around 8 garlic cloves into slices. If you didn't think there was going to be garlic in a dish called chicken garlic noodles, then I don't know what to say. I'm going to be placing the garlic slices into the same bowl as my white scallions, as we will be cooking these aromatics first. Finally, cut up the clean part of the scallions, as this will be used for garnish later. Now that we got aromatics out of the way, time to cut up our vegetables as well. I had peppers and onions in my pantry, so I decided to just use those. I cut my peppers into squarish shapes and cut my onions into slices. Time to cut up our chicken thighs. I used chicken thighs this time around because it's a lot harder to overcook them, so you have a larger margin of error. I have around 2 to 3 pounds of chicken thighs, and I'm just going to cut them up into cubes. Once all the thighs are cut, we're going to do a quick marinade with some Asian sauces. First, we're going to add a bit of salt, probably around half a teaspoon, 2 tablespoons of sake, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of sugar, a tablespoon of cornstarch, and a bit of oil. We're going to mix everything together until everything is well combined. This marinade or technique in Chinese cooking is called velveting. Supposedly, it helps keep the moisture locked into the meat and helps brown it better due to the cornstarch. It also helps thicken up sauces as well, and I let this marinade sit around 30 minutes before I began cooking again. So I lost my initial footage of me searing my chicken, but basically what I did was get my Dutch oven nice and hot with some oil, and then start searing the chicken thighs. Once they're all nice and brown like this, there's going to be some fond as well, which is definitely a good thing. Proceed to take out all the chicken thighs and reserve them for later, and now we're going to saute our vegetables. Add in the onions and peppers, or whatever vegetables you decide to use. Season with a bit of salt and sweat out the vegetables just a bit. You don't want to cook it too much, as we still want to have a crunch when we bite into it later. On the side, I have a pot of water boiling, and I'm going to salt it as well. I'm going to proceed to cook my pasta for 1 minute less than its package instructions, as we'll finish cooking the pasta in the sauce later. Back to our vegetables. When they're ready, take them out and reserve them just like the chicken. Now we're going to add just a bit more oil and add in our garlic and white part of our scallions to saute. As the aromatics cook and soften up a bit, it's going to start smelling amazing. That's actually your cue to start deglazing, as we don't want the garlic and scallions to burn. I'm going to deglaze with some sake. I used around 1/4 cup, and I'm going to start scraping the fond off as well. Also, I had some leftover ramen stock that I didn't want to waste, so I added that in as well, but you can always just add some pasta water instead. When the pasta is finished cooking, dump it into the bowl and start mixing everything up together to coat the sauce with the pasta. We'll add a bit of soy sauce and then toss in our seared chicken thighs and sauteed vegetables as well. Make sure everything is well incorporated. Now to finally add in our secret ingredient, oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is a concentrated Chinese sauce made using oysters, of course, like its name, and it's packed full of flavor. Also has MSG, which already makes it better. We're going to add around 2 tablespoons of it and mix everything up. And remember, you can always add more later if you think it's a little bit under-seasoned, so you'll have to be the judge of that. Grate some Parmesan cheese, and add in your green scallions for a nice green contrast. I'll also finish off with some black pepper as well. In the very end, I added in a bit more oyster sauce as I felt like it needed to be seasoned a bit more. Remember, you're going to have to judge this yourself, as I don't know everyone's tasting profile. There you have it, some chicken garlic noodles. Not a super complicated recipe, and I think this all ended up being under $20 and fed like 6 people, no problem. I hope you all give this a try and let me know what you think in the comments below. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and follow my Instagram at Weekend Cooks. Thanks for the support everyone.